Hey guys, how you doing? Well, yeah, I'm on here one more time, and I just finished a book called The Last Iteration, and in regards to this video here called The Chosen Network, and it's this is a video for anyone out there. I don't care if you're struggling with drug issues or if you're, you know, if you're in your own places of personal trials or if you're going through a dark night of the soul, you're not the only one out there. Okay? I want to make that clear. I've been through it all. I've seen it all, man. There's not much that someone can say that's going to surprise me. And I'm not here to be your judge, but I am here to tell you that there is support. I'm also here to tell you that if you are looking for gnosis, if you're looking for help, if you're tired of white knuckling your way through life and you're pretty much just barely holding on and you don't know what is wrong and you can't figure out why the floor keeps dropping out from underneath you, reach out. I'm here. Like I said, I just wrote a book that pretty much details this in quite intimate detail. And it goes through my own personal awakening. But it goes much deeper than that. There's a lot of spiritual bankruptcy out there. There's all these gurus that say, oh, you got to pay this to reach enlightenment, which is complete bullshit. And then there's always, the ever-loving digital collection plate that is complete BS because you're not helping anybody other than the creator that creates the content, and it takes 5 seconds to do that through AI. Okay? Let me just share that right off the bat for you. Now, God messages are awesome. I'm not saying they're not, but more often than not, they ask for a donation, and there's nothing wrong with giving if that's what you feel the need to do. If you feel called to do that, then by all means. But God does not have a toll booth. There is no toll booth for enlightenment. And if someone's trying to sell you that, then they're just selling something other. That's why I came on here. That's why I'm releasing this video. And I want you all to understand that gnosis is free. You just have to have a clean heart and a clean mind, and you just have to be willing to learn and be willing to unlearn the things you think you understand as the way reality works. Everything I teach is free. I will never ever charge someone a dime. I have never done it on my channel, and I don't mean to start doing it now. I might talk about my books. I might do something like that. But that's just me talking about my books. I'm not quoting you a price. If you want to go on Amazon or wherever and look them up, you go, by all means, go do it. Those are designed to be catalysts, not price tags. I'm not trying to sell you something. I am trying to help you. And that is why I've come on here to talk to you about this. A lot of people get caught up in the whole marketing thing where they're trying to wrap the divine in a package, a neat, clean package that, oh, you can reach enlightenment. If you pay this much money, you can reach your manifestation goals or some bullshit like that. And they are so full of shit. If their eyes were any browner, they would have it coming out their eyeballs. It's a true disgrace to anyone who's trying to move forward in their life to think that they have to pay a toll to reach God. That is completely ass backwards. The only thing God requires is here and here. That's it. And I'm telling you that from personal experience. For the longest time, I tried to prove my self-worth through my writing. I would just pour myself and say, well, maybe if I make one more book, it'll make a difference. Maybe if I do this, it'll make a difference. You got to stop. Realize your own worth is in you, with you. No one else can tell you how much your self-worth is, because your self-worth is unimaginable. It's not something you can append to a dollar sign or a register here on earth. It's how much does a thought cost? Put it that way. Are you going to start charging tax for error? It's basically the same thing that people are charging for saying if you don't pay this, then you don't believe. That is such bullshit. It's disgusting, and it is a gross manipulation and a gross bastardization of what God is. I'm not here to thrash on you guys, and I'm not here to put you down. I'm merely pointing out what is basic, right, and true. And I'm saying it with a fervor so that people who are just waking up, for other chosen ones that are just waking up and they don't know what the fuck to do, or for someone who's struggling with 2 kids and has 3 jobs and doesn't know how they're going to make the next pay rent. Stop. Your spiritual enlightenment costs this much. Now, on my channel, I do detail Gnosis. And you know how much I charge for that? This much. The reason for that is because I'm not spiritually bankrupt. And I'm not fucking talking out of my ass. I actually can give you some context. I can give you some cold, hard, definitive evidence of what, if inhabiting a frequency that is completely free, the only charge for this frequency is the cost of inhabiting it and having the strength and the motivation to run with it when it comes, and not get sidetracked by your ego and let that take over and let your imposter syndrome coincide and mess things up. And yes, I'm speaking very passionately because this is something cold, hard, and true. And this is what awakening is like. Awakening is not gentle. Awakening is not polite. An awakening is not going to send you a bill. Awakening is going to kick your door down one day, blindside you on some aisle Tuesday while you're walking your dog, and smash your head against the concrete and go, "Hey, doofus, wake the fuck up." I'm normally I'm not that strongly that vocal, but I believe this video needs to be, because I think that this world needs a serious disruption, and I've seen it too much, where almost nearly every video I've seen that charges anything, there's always a video, even on videos that and channels I've come to respect, always want to try to sell something. And if they want to sell something, more power to them, go for it. But don't make it a requirement of your channel. That is the most insulting thing to any viewer after a while, because you build trust with that channel. You're like, okay, this guy's pretty legit, and then they try to swing something away with a price tag, and you're like, what the fuck? When did they become an info fucking commercial? That's not true enlightenment. That's not true fucking grace. And what it is the exact opposite of that. And I'm not putting people down. I'm merely saying they're getting lost in the weeds of their own self-ego and self-capitalism, and they're worshiping a god of money rather than the god of all things. And that is the biggest difference. And I'm just letting you guys know that if you are struggling, if you are seeking, if you are hitting a brick wall every time you try to move forward in your spiritual life, message me. I will write you back. Contact me. I will help you. If there's something I see, I'm pretty observant, and I'm pretty, my intuition's pretty up there. So, I follow the path of Gnosis. or I try to. I I have faults just like you. I'm not saying I'm perfect. I'm not saying that at all. What I am saying is I'm mature enough to own my own faults. And when you can own your own faults, no one can hold them against you. I've done drugs before. I was an addict before. I was an alcoholic before. I let it ruin my life for a long time. Then I got awoken. I learned how to heal others. I learned how to do other things. But all these things, between that, quantum physics, and awakening and belonging to God, all coincide with one core attribute. And that's being true to self. And if you take away anything, please take away the fact that there is a network out there and there are others out there. You're not alone. And this is what this video is for. My heart goes out to you. And I truly wish the best for each and every single one of you. I truly hope that you can awaken and understand that the only blockage in your life is really you. And it's not you personally, it's your own ego. And a lot of people say, oh, I don't have an ego. I say it myself. And then I have to confront that person who says they don't have an ego. And I go, oh shit, I do have an ego. And it hits you like a ton of bricks. It's not fun. But when you pop that bubble, your world opens up. And there's one key word I want you to understand. Ifathif. Ifathif. It's an Aramaic command meaning be opened. And when you can truly inhabit that frequency and have your mind be opened, the ego has to take a back seat because you are open to being wrong. You are open to learning. And as long as you remain teachable and you have a soft heart, I'm not saying you're soft. I'm not saying you're a pussy. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that you're strong enough to stand on your own 2 feet, but not be hardened in here to where you're so structurally stiff that you can't even open your mind. As long as you still have that spark inside, nothing can blow it out, man. Okay? So, that was my tirade. But yes, speaking of the book, it's called The Last Iteration. If you guys are curious about it, you can look it up. It's pretty cool. I haven't published it yet. I had some issues with my KDP account, so I got to get a new license because I lost it, my old one. So I got to go down to the DMV and play with that fun scenario. And once I get that, I can unlock it and republish my, get access back to my publishing account, and that book can come out. Or I got to wait till payday. Either way, it'll be solved. The book will be out by next week. Don't worry about it. But I'm not here to talk about the book. I'm here to talk about your own personal growth and chosen network. This is something I'm starting. And it's not something I own. This is a free space that anyone who is genuinely curious, anybody who has any real questions, what does it mean to be chosen? It's not as glamorous as you think. And understand this. Being chosen, if there was a raffle, half the time, more than half the time, I wish I was not in that raffle. Because the shit we go through is not fun. And growth hurts. However, I'm very grateful for the growth. Because my eyes have been opened beyond this world, and I wish that for you as well. And all I'm saying is that you need to take the courage and run with it. All right, guys? So, with that said, be good. And if you can't be good at it. Namaste.